We're currently at Fonda on Chapel Street in Windsor. We're now on the rooftop of the recently launched second stage of this restaurant, which is about an 80-seater rooftop deck. A fonda in Mexico is a family kitchen that's transformed into an eatery or a place to eat in a casual environment. So a fonda in Australia is just that in terms of the staff, the kitchen, the open kitchen, the greeting, the welcome, the casual nature. It's a place that people come and go. We've sort of taken it up a notch and up a scale here on Chapel Street. Yeah, we tried to enter into this part of Chapel Street as our first venture and couldn't find a site suitable. So when we found this one, we sort of fell in love with the building. And then when we took it over, it was the Salvation Army and transformed it into a fonda. This latest project is the rooftop bar and the open area, which arguably was missing from Chapel Street as a summertime venue and an ability to use it in winter. So for our guests to feel comfortable, happy and satisfied with the experience and the hospitality nature that we expect here in Melbourne and in Chapel Street, there are a few creature comforts that we just don't sacrifice on. Adequate heating, retractable roof, and then protect us from the weather and the showers as it does in Melbourne. These few things are an absolute must. From very early in the design stage, heating was always going to play a big part in an outdoor space and a rooftop in Melbourne. We chose to go with Bromic because they offered a unique balance of aesthetic appearance, direction and functionality to fit in with the design of the space, as well as provide the warmth that we need. Bromic did play a part with the architects and with the design team whilst in the early stage, well before construction began. They also followed through visiting during installation, ensuring setup was adequate and correct, pressures were correct, and finally the final result in terms of the aesthetic intention and of course the heating capacity. So this, although it does have a bar, is more than a bar. It does serve the full fonda menu, and when people are eating and seated at a table, they do expect and do need to be warm and not huddling around a heater. So the Bromic heaters do have the capacity and the throw to cover this area. We opened at the very beginning of spring, and since opening, this rooftop bar has been a huge success. Now we have potentially a better offering, a better environment, where upstairs is now the preference to come sit down and eat and or drink. So having something as quality as this rooftop area on Chapel Street is really quite core to the Fonda brand and the Fonda business.